Up a long driveway on a small road in the northern United States is an abandoned house unlike anything I've ever seen before. An RV and a Ford Escape sit rotting in the driveway, and in the garage, a Lincoln and a Porsche 911 Turbo sit in the dark. Inside the house, it is another world. It looks like it's waiting for its owners to come back. But there's a problem: the mold. This was the home of a school teacher who loved her students, and her husband, a software engineer, who spent their lives inside the home, eventually being able to retire and enjoy the simple things in life together. As a retirement present for each other, they bought a winter home in Florida, which became a long-lasting tradition to spend the colder months there. One winter, they packed up like they always did, their 2 dogs in the back seat, and drove south, planning to return when the cold let up. But they never did. I'm unsure why, and it is honestly quite a mystery. Maybe they passed away there or simply decided not to return. But even then, why leave everything behind? The passports on the counter, jewelry and Rolexes still on the dresser, and family photos on the wall made this a surreal sight. And in their absence, bursted pipes and moisture have allowed black mold to spread inside the house at a shocking pace, the worst I've ever seen. So come along with me as we venture inside to see everything that's left, and maybe even uncover what happened. Alright folks, so here we got the driveway to this place. The first thing we see is this massive Fleetwood RV with the house in the background, and then a Ford Escape over there. Wow. Now this has been sitting here for a long time. I've never really seen an RV this size with flat tires, but first time for everything. And this one's real big too. This driveway is so uncared for, just so overgrown. And then we have the garage, maybe with cars inside. But check out this moss growth. It's just everywhere here. You could tell these people love the outdoors, love to travel. And here we have a side entrance of all these knickknacks, wind chimes still here. And then we have the Ford Escape. Oh my gosh, I mean, tires just beyond flat, just sinking into the ground. It's been there for a while as well. Dang. But yeah, without further ado, let's go inside the house and see what's left. All right, folks, so this is the front door where you walk in for the first time. Just a small door, but as soon as you walk in, very, very tall ceilings. And this is the view you get when you walk in here. Oh my gosh. This is honestly one of the most incredible abandoned houses I've ever seen. And the mold, as you could see, is terrible as well. That's what happens when, moisture gets in your house. So directly to the right, we have the front door, kind of as soon as you walk in. Pretty, standard layout for houses like this. Then we have the second floor and the basement as well. But this is kind of where you bring people in for the first time. We have a regular couch here. A lot of kind of regular blankets. State of Maine, probably, somewhere they traveled. Again, the mold is creeping up as well. I am going to be wearing a respirator for some of this house, so pardon my voice. And the cool thing about this house is that everything is frozen in time. It's so decayed, but nothing is really moved around. We still have the gossip magazines there, an open Bible. So they were religious, it seems. And even over here, We have a lot of family photos, probably relatives and whatnot. Those pictures are really corrupted. They kind of look really creepy. And they did have a golden retriever too. We're gonna see a lot of pictures of that. But take this water bottle, for example. There are cobwebs growing up from it to the lamp here. Even kind of a mold line from the skylight there. But I can imagine them sitting down on these chairs after a long day's work, just, relaxing. And this is the view they had. Look at this. So many different dolls. These are probably real expensive too. Like collector's items, really. And they're all still left here. And here we have it. The best teachers have the biggest heart. So she was, in fact, a school teacher here. I believe elementary school. This is really creepy, though. Completely corrupted. You can't even see their faces. That's what, makes it really weird. Especially that one. Just distorted it completely. And now it's all being taken over by white mold. I wonder why the family didn't want any of this stuff. They didn't come here and get it. Here we have their golden retriever in the sunroom area. They're lucky folks that had a dog like that. I'll tell you that much. And a cat too. And that's in this very room. So look at the carpets there. Kind of purple. Then we have the same thing right over here. And then this big long couch. You can sit down, watch TV. Flat screen Samsung. A lot of different knickknacks up top as well. Probably some place they visited around the years, but just emphasis on the amount of mold. It's really mind-boggling. Can't really get over it. Jeez, and all the movies they like to watch, still down there. And usually you'll be able to tell if a place is trashed, just by a bunch of stuff on the floor. But no, it's just still set up. This is not set up by us or other people to make it look good. This is how it was left. Their almond bag, still there, a little bit of medicine. It really looks like they just disappeared. And even more dolls too. She was definitely into that, big time. I believe this is a lock. No, it's not. This is just the handle. That one's just completely taken over too. A lot of this stuff is just not savable anymore. This clock still works. But what a magnificent view. Great natural lighting everywhere. There's 2 skylights up top. Fan as well. And even black mold on the ceiling. But these curtains really kind of give the room a nice yellow kind of shadow. It's really nice. Yeah, so folks, we'll head upstairs later on. But now, let's go through here. This is where I'm going to put my mask on because it does get really moldy here. So pardon my voice, folks, but this is the dining room of this house. And we can already see so much stuff still on it. She was definitely proud to be a teacher. There's no doubt about that. Fake flowers, by the way. But I can imagine them sitting down on these chairs around the table, just having a nice meal. And it's a fairly large house, too. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a whole other dining room, and this is just the breakfast nook. All the china is still in the cabinet. Probably really expensive stuff. This mold isn't even just right here on the line. It goes up top as well, and on the ceilings. This is really bad. A ton of unopened champagne bottles as well. And we just have a wood floor kind of going around this area, and it kind of branches out to other floors as we move to other rooms. A rosary. They were definitely religious. Just a bunch of other notes and, papers and whatnot. Also,
the whole ceiling has completely fallen. It's insane, and here it is right here on the floor. This house is just becoming completely destroyed. Now that is from 2014. That's a little interesting. I don't know if that's correct or not, because this one is 2017. So that seems like the more reasonable date this was left abandoned. And here we have the kitchen. Again, crazy amounts of mold. It's even kind of growing down from the ceiling. A whole bunch of their pillows left behind. But this is just such a grandma's house feel to it. This is stuff you would see, at your grandma's house, without a doubt. And it reminds me of mine, for sure. We still have the soap right there in the bowl. Wow, the food still left behind. Wow. You can tell no one's walked here just because of the cobwebs as well. And behind the counter, we have the pantry. Oh my gosh. Look at how messed up that food is. There's so much of it. And I betcha the fridge is still full as well. Whoa, oh my gosh. That is terrible. And just look at the mark here and all the bugs. It's kind of building up. I love how she used every single piece of the fridge to put magnets on. That's really cool. Jeez. Give them their coins. This looks like it's the junk drawer. Everyone has a junk drawer. We just found this one. Once again, they're all still filled. Now, over there is actually the garage with the Lincoln and Porsche. So we'll check that out later. So let's leave this behind and turn around to go to this section right here. And so I think we'll go to that section, the sunroom. Then we'll move over there.
And here we have it, just so much natural lighting everywhere. Skylights, windows all over, I love it. And not too much mold here either. Just good to see. But I mean, we could tell, of course, they loved dogs. That's one thing they definitely liked. And check this out. All of this is still sitting here. Coasters, dog-shaped. And that seems to be the family here. Maybe one of their kids. But I just love how it's still set up over here just like they left it. Hasn't been moved in almost 10 years.
So you can see right here, these are the two dogs they had.
And yeah.
You'll find some more photos of the dogs they had.
Yeah, I was looking. I love these. I love golden retrievers. This is so cool to me. I hope they got a good home.
Here we have a photograph of the two dogs.
Oh my gosh. They were probably like in this room too.
Yeah.
Wow. Even more dolls as well. Check this out. They're dead plants. So rare to see. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's how you know it's abandoned. I'm sure she spent so much time just taking care of the plants, and now they're just dead. This one as well. And she probably crocheted this herself. Something my grandma would do. Yeah, and another one, the dog. And their spectacles still left behind. Yeah, what an amazing room. This is just incredible. It's just such a big contrast between this room, which the walls are still white, and then the kitchen, which is just black now. Now these photos are real scary. I mean, look at that one, for example. The whole photo is good except the faces. Jeez. Sure love to read though. That's for sure. But here we go, folks, back into the war zone. Time to put the respirator back on.
All right, so there we have the basement. We'll check that out later on as well. And then here we have the first bedroom we're going to see here. Whoa. This one is so moldy too. It's just taken over everything in this room. I mean, look at the covers here. This is like scary. This is probably where they lived in the last years of them living here because they couldn't get upstairs, most likely. That's from 2013. We have so much jewelry, or cases for it at least. Clothes. And their perfumes and stuff. And real old box TV. Really stuck to the time. Wow. Yeah, this is what mold and water does. It just ruins everything. All their clothes are destroyed. It's just so sad. And this, folks, is the main bathroom as well. A whole jacuzzi over here. And then the walls are just deadly. This is so bad. Wow, I've never seen it this bad before. But again, it's all still preserved. Their towel's still hanging up. And just more medications and whatnot. Even the toilet paper has mold now. It's black. And the door. This is really just a demolition at this point. It's so sad. It really is. What a beautiful house gone to waste.
And now with that, let's head upstairs, kind of see what's up there. And then we'll look at the garage and the basement. But this area is a little bit more clean. It's not too moldy, which I'm very happy about. Hate wearing a mask. But, I mean, this is just incredible. Their home office is here. And their computers and PCs are still left. I mean, that's a pretty expensive PC right there. Main gear. Their passport even. I mean, that's how you know they left everything. Such a mystery. Now here we have all their credit cards, you know, personal stuff like that. And in the drawers, can't really open it, but I mean, they're still filled. Oh, a Rolex. What? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's really nuts how much is left. I'm sure if I do some digging, I'll find maybe money, jewelry, really expensive ones as well. They left everything. And here we have kind of the view of the living room from up here. Really, really cool. Can I see a better angle of that? Now over here we have a storage room. So this is where we're gonna start off with. Nothing too crazy here. Yeah, this might have been a bedroom at some point. Maybe for one of their kids. But when they moved out, they didn't need it anymore. A big thing of family photos. Clothes in the closets. And she probably made these herself too. And there's stuff everywhere here. Really strange place. There is a little bit of mold, but I mean, it's not too bad now. We can see it's kind of getting bad over there, but I mean, it's nothing compared to the downstairs at all. Let's continue on. I mean, the chair here would have been positioned over there, maybe someone knocked that down, but I can imagine whoever was here just doing their work, watching some videos. That looks like it would have been a jewelry case. Now we have a really pristine bedroom over there, and then a bathroom over here. Let's check this one out. This one is very special. I love how clean it is up here. I mean, the cleaning supplies still in order. Jeez. It's really taking my breath away. I don't know what to say here. Even the soap, still there being overtaken. And I bet you this medicine cabinet is full of stuff. Yep. Of course the towel's still hanging up. Soap. I mean, that's crazy. Towel still hanging up. That's just insane. It's really frozen. And here we have the bedroom. Now this one's incredible. I mean, just so clean, so preserved. It's like it's still lived in, other than the mold. But I mean, look at this. Well, there are teachers' prayers and, perfumes. All still, frozen here. And a lot more dolls too. This Christina collection. I want to teach my students how to live this life on earth, to face its struggles and its strives, and improve their work. Yeah, I bet she loved being a teacher. That's what she was her whole life. Probably made that herself too. And all the stuffed animals just left here on the bed. Like they're waiting for, them to come back. And unlike the bedroom downstairs, these clothes are really good condition too. Kind of still hang up. It's kind of lodged shut. Can't even open it anymore. Wow. Yeah, it looks like kind of elderly clothing here. Definitely makes sense. And here's her kind of collection of shoes and some other clothes. Really organized couple here. Yeah, I mean, this is just such a crazy bedroom. One of the most beautiful I've seen. And even on the rolly table, the old box TV. Wow. What is this? Baseball 3. Looks like a little game here. Reminds me of pinball, just, by the layout of it. Let's close everything up, just how we found it. Looks like linens and stuff. Doesn't really open too well. But yeah, I don't want to be digging through a lot of the drawers. I want to kind of keep their personal lives out of this. Kind of show what's on the surface. But yeah, here's this view again. Pretty small. Second floor here, nothing too big. Only a 2-bedroom house.
Alright, now with that, let's go downstairs, and then we'll look at the garage after that. Oh my gosh, I mean, look at the mold. It's insane. But everything is left here as well. Looks like there was a little pantry down here too. All the food still left behind. These look like car seats. But yeah, just like an unfinished basement here. I mean, just the insulation drooping down. Really kind of creepy, a little bit. Little treadmill. Whole bunch of storage too. Even ice skates under there. I mean, we are in the Northeast, so it does get cold. Plenty of time to do that during the winter. Stuffed basement. So much stuff. I'm surprised it's not flooded. There's a little bit of water and sludge, but it's nothing too bad. But yeah, with that, let's go to the garage. So we got in there. So also very moldy, the laundry room. Pretty new appliances actually. These are high end for now even. The window is just covered in cobwebs. Wow. Yeah, so I guess here you could kind of freshen up as soon as you walk in, because over here we have a side door.
And check that out, the camper right outside. I think this door was used a little more often than the front door. Just, you know, because of its location, I guess. But, I mean, it's crazy here. The jacket's still hanging up. Wheelchair clothes as well. And this area is not too moldy. It's a really crazy contrast looking at this and then looking at that. I believe these are cigars. Yeah, but without further ado, what you guys and me have been waiting for, we have the garage. Jeez. Yeah, so here we have the Lincoln, and then we have the Porsche in the background there. So yeah, not too much of a fancy car, but this was probably, you know, one of their dailies, what they would use most of the time. And looking in, this is incredibly fascinating. The keys are still in the ignition. How is that possible? Wow, and look at the mold on that steering wheel. I mean, this is just unlike anything I've ever seen. There's a whole bunch of leaves over there. So I think this was stored outside. It was kind of abandoned outside, and then they moved it in. It's regular garage stuff. Trunk is still open too. Yeah, this was definitely, you know, abandoned outside, just based on this build up here. It looks like a car you'd find discarded. Oh, and this is even the box for the PC upstairs. Yeah. Let's keep going on. If you're wondering how it smells, it's just, you know, a regular kind of garage smell. Not really of mold. We do have a second floor. Wonder if there's anything cool up there. But yeah, here we have it, Lincoln. Really cool car. But yeah, that is the cool one in this garage though. Holy cow, and I think this was the man's project car as well. We see the tires are completely flat. Lincoln, there's stuff still in the kind of central compartment. Toolbox. This one's empty. But yeah, the reason I say this is his project car is because if we go over there, the headlights are missing. And then if we look inside, I mean, first off, there's no seats at all. That's an indicator. The door are kind of bland. Yeah, so this is probably what he was working on in his free time. And maybe he gave up on it because it's just completely hoarded with stuff around it. That's just so sad he gave up on this thing. And he liked it so much. This is the exact car. Or, you know, close to it, exact, but. I mean, yeah, this is a 911S Porsche. Let's see if we can get to the front, get a view of that. So yeah, view from up top here. I have to stand on this, this wooden box here, but anyway, yeah, the headlights are completely gone. They're not there anymore. So yeah, he was definitely working on this. But I mean, just such a beautiful car, without a doubt. And I wish it wasn't so hoarded, so we could see kind of more of it. What a great garage. We got a better view from it on this side. Here we have the wheels. No hubcaps or anything. And look at that. Wow. Now, I might be mistaken, but that looks like almost 0 miles on this thing. That's really weird. Yeah, there we have a 911S. And it's just abandoned in this garage here for no one to see or save. The house is probably going to be demolished with this car in it, and it's not going to be saved. It's so crazy.
In the end, the loudest thing here is the quiet. The RV and the Escape fading outside. The Lincoln and 911 asleep in the dark. Passports on the counter. Jewelry on the dresser. Family photos on the wall. Like the house kept saving their place. Maybe one winter simply stretched into forever. And before the mold erases everything that's left, remember the simple days they built here. The real riches worth keeping.